Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the Raw review for September 12th, 2016. Mick Foley opens the show. He's the Raw certified GM. And the first thing he does is congratulates Becky Lynch on winning the SmackDown Live Championship, Women's Championship. So therefore, already breaking the rules. He then says, but we have a better women's division. Brings out Charlotte. Charlotte tells Dana to apologize. Dana apologizes, and Mick's like, that's not what I brought you out here for. Sasha comes out and says that she is going to take the title back on at Clash of Champions in 2 weeks. Bayley comes out and says that she's going to says that she beat Charlotte last week, so she deserves a title shot. Sasha says that she had her back at SummerSlam. No, at was it Battleground? She had her back at one of the I think it was Battleground. But she had her back, and but when it comes to this title, she has no friends. And Sasha wants to fight right now. Mick says he's having second thoughts on who should be the number one contender. Dana suggests that Bayley and Sasha should have a number one contenders match. Charlotte gets pissed off at Dana and says that she is not allowed to talk for the rest of the night. Mick announces that Sasha and Bayley will have that number one contenders match. Charlotte then gets pissed at Dana. Dana smacks Charlotte, and Dana is put into that match as well. So we have Sasha versus Bayley versus Dana for the Divas for the Raw Women's number one contenders match. Sasha, during the match, she had a Tower of Doom. This was a really good match, by the way. Bayley breaks up the bank statement, and then Sasha, after Bayley hits the belly to belly on Dana, she breaks up the pin, and Bayley and Sasha double pin each other. I hope it was a botch, because they gave the win to Sasha, but they double pinned each other. Both their shoulders were down, and both accounted to 3. Sasha got the win. So they're either going to... Bayley's either going to talk about that next week, or they're going to completely forget about it and it was a botch. But if Bayley talks about it, she's going to be inserted into that match, because technically she also pinned Sasha. But who am I, you know? I only watched it. Bo Dallas versus some guy. The guy actually fought back, but Bo wins in under a minute. Highlight reel with Sami Zayn. Chris says that Sami was the problem with his friendship with Kevin Owens. Zayn says that he will one day be Universal Champion and calls Jericho a stupid idiot if he thinks that Kevin Owens is really his best friend. He says that Jericho inspired him and Owens to become what they are today. But lately, Jericho's just been Kevin Owens' bitch. Chris hits Zayn in the head with his phone and Codebreaker. Later on in the night, it was announced that Sami Zayn and Chris Jericho will be fighting at Clash of the Champions. We had match number 5 of the best of 7 from Cesaro and Sheamus. Cesaro used some heelish tactics to get this win. He rolls up Sheamus and uses the bottom rope to keep leverage for the win. Series is 3-2. For those of you who did not know, last week when the WWE was in London, they had a house show and Cesaro won against Sheamus there, and that counted. So he went 3-1 there. He's 3-2 now. And they referenced the Cleveland Cavaliers coming back from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals this past summer. So they're clearly doing this for that reason. Alicia Fox versus Nia Jax. Nia spears Alicia through the barricade. Match gets canceled. I assume Nia gets the victory in that case because she stood tall. She walked out on her own power. Alicia did not. The New Day comes out. They say that they're going to play some clips of the Old Day segment, and then they stop. And they're like, no, we're just kidding. We burned all that footage so no one has to see that. They say that the club wasted 5 minutes and 37 seconds of theirs and everyone's time. The club then comes out and says that they are going to beat them with their unicorn horns and take the titles at Clash of Champions. And that set up a match between, it was a SummerSlam rematch, the club versus Kofi and Xavier. And I don't even know, I'm pretty sure they're not considered the club anymore. I'm pretty sure they're Gallows and Anderson, but I just call them the club still, because technically the only, like, AJ is on SmackDown, so he's the only one that wasn't there, that's not there. I don't know. In the match, club versus Kofi and Xavier, in this one match alone, Michael Cole referenced that Heath Slater and Rhino won the SmackDown Live championships, tag team championships, and that AJ won the SmackDown Live World Championship. So if people didn't know that happened, he spoiled it. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows, or most people know. But at the same time, he still referenced both of those in literally 30 seconds of each other. You're supposed to not give a shit about what SmackDown is doing. Yeah, Mick congratulated Becky right at the beginning, but that's because they were talking about how their women's division is better. The only reason, like, when he referenced Rhino and Slater, he's like, Rhino and Slater won the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships last night, but they're not New Day or the club. And, like, he completely shit on them. And then he talked about how the club used to be in a group. Well, how Gallows and Anderson used to be in a group called the Club with AJ Styles, who beat Dean Ambrose last night with a low blow to become WWE World Champion. Magic Killer drew Xavier for the win. Jinder Mahal versus Jack Swagger. Oh my god, it was so great. I was not watching. I turned around and watched YouTube. Jinder Mahal won, though. I think that's his first win. Enzo versus Epico. Epico rolls up Enzo. Well, kinda. Enzo goes to slam Epico, loses his balance. Epico falls on top of Enzo, and then Primo holds down Enzo's legs so he can't kick out, and Epico picks up the win. And the main event, Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. About 10:50, with 10 minutes left, Seth Rollins attacks Kevin Owens, and we're like, oh, they're gonna end Raw really early tonight. He attacks Kevin Owens, and Mick comes out and says that he's gonna have a talk with Seth Rollins about his actions, and Mick's like, that's not how this match started, and then that's not how the match is ending. Where are we starting? Because if it ended like that, Roman would have been out of the triple threat. So Foley restarts the match, and Roman just completely goes off. Kevin Owens dominated the match up until this point, and as soon as the match gets restarted, Roman dominates, and it looks like they're gonna give it to Roman, because as far as we knew, Rusev and Lana were on their honeymoon still. That's why they haven't been on TV for a while, because they were on their honeymoon. Well, Rusev runs down. Roman gets distracted. Pop-up powerbomb for the win. Kevin Owens makes it so that it's Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens at Clash of Champions for the Universal title. Rusev attacks Roman after the match, puts him in the Accolade. We got the U.S. title feud back. It was that simple. They only had... I know there's people probably getting very pissed off that Roman was back in the title picture, but at the same time, Roman was not in the title picture. He was there. He was fighting in matches that were above the U.S. title, but he's not in the title picture. He's not going to win the championship. He's there to take the pin. Okay, he's still getting punished. He's still getting punished. But so that we got five matches set up for Clash of Champions. We got Sasha versus Charlotte, Club versus New Day, Zayn versus Jericho, Rollins versus Owens, and Rusev versus Roman. We could have Bayley put into the women's match. We could have Enzo and Cass versus Primo and Epico, or the Shining Stars. We could have that. Let's see, what else do we have? Maybe Alicia Fox versus Nia Jax. Maybe they'll give Bo Dallas a jobber to squash. Maybe they'll have him beat Braun Strowman. I doubt that, but maybe they will. I highly doubt that. But Cruiserweights come next week, so look forward to that. That's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Cam Cody, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.